is Batisa, and I'm the Director of Evaluation here at East Boston Social Centers. I've been at East Boston Social Centers for 2.5 years. I first started here as the director of Every Child Shines, a collaborative that's really hoping to support families in order for their children to be joyful, thriving, and ready to learn. So it's a kindergarten readiness collaborative that is working with the entire community of East Boston to really make sure that we can address the needs of families. What does it mean to be a woman is to be strong. As a person who's grown up surrounded by strong women, I've always have envisioned, the strength of women really comes through the fortitude and through the challenges that they've experienced. So being a woman to me has always meant in nurturing. It's always meant helping others. It's always meant to me to advance and to really focus on striving and succeeding. So I think that it's actually not a vulnerability when I really think about it. It's the strongest, I think, designation that I can really think about for myself. I'm very, very happy that I was born, who I was, and to be a woman means fortitude and strength. So, in terms of challenges, I've had challenges my entire life. I would say, as the oldest of four girls, I experienced the challenges of being the first. I am the first generation to go to college, really, first generation to graduate from high school. My mom didn't get a chance to do that until I was much older. I was the first to go to grad school, first to get into a doctorate program. So I feel like all along, just the challenge of not having anyone who could really help me in terms of inside my family to really lay the pathway to even translate. I had to write my own FAFSA and my own college applications because my mom didn't speak the language. She was always there as a support, nurturing, and working two jobs. But it was very challenging because I didn't have someone within the family that I can turn to, that I could look up to. Of course, I had a lot of support from one of my favorite teachers, my advanced placement English teacher, who really believed in me. So there were mentors or coaches outside of my family who really wanted to see me succeed. And at the same time, it would have been so much easier for me had I had someone inside my family who was really laying the pathway. I would say that in terms of intersectionality too, there's a lot of challenges, and not just for myself. I think the fact that I am a woman and that I am a woman of color in particular makes it challenging in the United States to be in leadership roles and to really find individuals who can coach and empower and support you along the way. I think if that type of uh, if that type of roadmap was really made more concrete, I think a lot more individuals would succeed, especially women of color. I would say also just the fact that my family is an immigrant family. So we came from the Dominican Republic. I wasn't born here. I actually came here when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And you would think that even after all these years and acclimating and really being American, I consider myself American, the fact that I have that intersectionality makes it so that whether it's discrimination or limitations in terms of being able to have the American dream, a lot of families who come from immigrant families, it's so much harder for them to advance mobility wise. I would say those are the top challenges that I can think of. But of course, discrimination, not really a sense of not belonging in certain spaces or not being made to belong, uh, has affected me. But it's affected a lot of women of color in particular, who I now connect to, and we support each other, in our careers and where we are. One of the best advices, the advice that I most hear, and when I think about, um, how did I get here? How did I get the support that I did? How did I make it through living and growing up in a low income setting? Is that I would advise, to the best of your ability, for you to find those mentors and coaches. Don't turn away from individuals who are older than you or who have had certain experiences, because you never know where that support is going to come from. And as I get older, I'm the mother of almost a 17-year old and a 15-year-old. I can tell you this, there are times where they don't want to hear advice or guidance, but they're very thankful for the fact that they have someone that they can turn to and lean on. So I would say do the best that you can to reach out, to connect. You're not going to connect to everyone. Even individuals who are the same ethnicity or race than you may not support you. So be open to different types of mentors and coaches and dream big. Have ambition. It doesn't matter what you do in life as long as you can really be fulfilled. So definitely, I would advise. I know there may be pressures for younger generations from their parents or from other folks who are telling them to go into certain careers or certain things. Find your purpose and then figure out where it is. Be proactive. And I know that can be very difficult, especially myself. I'm an introvert. It was very difficult for me when I was younger to really reach out because that just didn't come naturally to me. But find your comfort, a teacher, a professor, a neighbor, someone who you trust, and see if you can get advice and guidance from them, because they will help you to get to the next level of where you want to get to. I have to say, no matter how technical I am, I'm very mathematically oriented. I have a degree in statistics. I was a biology major. Spend most of my evenings with my children, either talking about physics or algebra or some other subjects. Even though that's the technical and interest of mine, what really brings me joy is helping others. It's the social side, it's the connecting, it's community. I really enjoy really tapping into that part of my, being collaborative, working with communities. That really brings me joy in any way that I can figure out how to give back or be helpful. I definitely don't like to overstep my boundaries, and if someone doesn't need my help, that's fine, but it brings me joy to really work on community. And it's a different type of joy than learning certain subject areas and being good at it. I think when you can really I think there's a saying, it's escaping me right now, but when you can focus on helping others, it really brings purpose into your life. And I really believe that. So I like building community and nurturing it and helping the next generation. I encourage everyone to check out our East Boston Social Center's website. We have a lot of positions open currently, and we would love to have you work with us. And we have a lot of different types of activities in the community through our East Boston Family Engagement Network and our Every Child Shines, as well as you'll get a chance to really see and learn in terms of our staff and our programming. And happy Women's History Month.